No bullshit, I just wanna flex.
And that portion.
I'm spilling my way. Ran out that check and I look what he did to me.
Come on, NF.
Ran out that check and I look what he did to me. I let it sing, I let it ring, I let it rain on the enemies. Saint Laurent T, grip on my jeans. I swear my drip on infinity. I done ran a check up in designer. Put my bitch in Fenty like Rihanna.
Zana. Come on, NF.
I done fell in love with the commas. And I'm laughing at all them no comments. I'm not fishing, just keeping it honest.
Honest.
And I dance in the I don't shop at the store anymore. I can't fuck with that hoe anymore. Need that rate for that new vendor dog. And I bought a size 6 in DR. And I link with Big B in the West. Got a bitch in LA and she giving me mad.
Wave.
No bullshit, I just wanna flex.
Wave.
I'm spilling my way.
Wave.
Ran out that check and I look what he did to me.
Wave.
Ran out that check and I look what he did to me. I let it sing,
Wave.
I let it ring, I let it rain on the enemies. Saint Laurent T, grip on my jeans. I saw my drip on infinity.
Wait.
I saw my drip on infinity.
Come on, enough.
I spent 42 on my Mary dreams. This Celine, I'm a queen, is you kidding me? When you see me, just keep the same energy.
Keep that same energy.
Without a blue check. Through the quarantine, I count a new check.
Talk it, youngin'. Talk it. Talk it. Talk it. Talk it.
Ran out that check and I look what he did to me. Ran out that check and I look what he did to me. I let it sing, I let it ring.
Yeah.
Let it play some more. I like that. Let it go some more.
I saw my drip on infinity.
He ready to put me on this song. I'm ready to spit on this joint. Let me go. I gonna spit.
Let me know.
I was ready. No. You messing with. Hold on. Don't mess this song. He'd rather have me. NF rather have me on this song than you.
Shit,
Any day he'd rather have me on your song than you. Listen, man. That was NF Porches, man. Wave. Listen, man. It's going down, man. What y'all waiting for? You ready?
Let's get it.
Let's go. You're now tuned into me. $1 million worth of game.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
Listen, it's going down.
Got my nigga, Lil Curly.
Lil Curly is in the building, baby.
Lil Curly in the building,
Lil
baby.
Curly in the building. Rest in peace to Big Curly, man. Lil Curly is in the building
Lil
right
Curly
now. It's going down.
in the building.
Listen, Baltimore City is going down right now. We in here.
Absolutely.
And what's important though, listen, not just Lil Curly here. He brung us up, man. Listen, when tomorrow ain't promised, listen, it's going down. Him, D. Watkins, they got together, man. They put some good stuff. This is a good book. If you listen, it's coming. But we got ours before you got yours. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me because I know people.
This is about
this
to
gonna be a bestseller right here. New York Times. This is going down right here. You know what I'm saying? Because let me explain something to you. One thing is important about this book, and you see the background in there. You see that them streets of Baltimore is serious. One thing about the ghettos of America. Tomorrow ain't promising none of our ghettos. That's why this connect. And it represents a struggle, the extraordinary struggle that we go through in the inner cities of America. Because we don't know what's going to happen. When your mom's on drugs, your dad dead, your dad in the penitentiary, you don't know what's going to happen. You living with your grandma. So tomorrow's not always promised where we come from. That's why this book right here is important, man.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka.
New Amsterdam.
Now let me tell you something about New Amsterdam Vodka. It's a great vodka with a reasonable price.
Extremely reasonable.
That could get the job done.
Yeah, it's going to get you where you need to go.
Get you where you need to be.
Job is going to be totally done.
It was born from uncompromising passion for great vodka. It's distilled 5 times.
That's a lot of times.
Because they want it to be perfect.
Perfect.
It's filtered 3 times.
3.
3. Uno, dos, tres. For that clean, crisp finish. You know that. You know.
Yes, sir.
You could drink it with anything. Drink it with, juice. You drink it with straight up. You could drink it on the rocks. You can make a classic New Amsterdam Mule. So when you're out and about at your local liquor store, make sure you pick up some New Amsterdam vodka, the official vodka of Barstool Sports, and $1 Million Worth of Game. And shout out to my wife, the New Amsterdam Queen. At the crib making the cocktails, doing it big. New Amsterdam vodka. Get some.
Get some. Talk to us, Lil Curly. Give it to us, man. Give us a game, man.
Listen. Yo, Nick, don't nobody call me Little Curly. Hey, that's a fact. Yo, the only people that call me Little Curly is people from Red Hook.
Okay,
that's
New York.
It. From my building, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only people that call me Little Curly.
You ain't know I grew up in that projects. I moved out before.
But now,
Big Curly was that
Little Curly, like, that name meant something.
Yes.
In Brooklyn. You know, when you say Curly, it's like, oh shit, you talking about
Big Curly son.
You know what I'm saying? So it, like I never knew that. I never understood what little Curly meant. I just knew that was my pops. I never knew what it meant until I started getting older, started just, you know, discovering myself, talking to my brothers and family and people, talking to people in the Jackson. It was just like, yo, Curly was.
Your dad was fighting for a cause.
He was fighting for a cause.
People.
I never knew that though. I never knew that until probably about 10 years ago, to 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it was. I love it now. You call me Little Curly all you want. Yeah, I know what to stand on with that.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get straight to it because you went to my team, the Lakers. That's my squad, man. We ready to win the whole thing, the chip, and everything is going down. That's my squad, man. This, that, and the Come on, man.
He got it. Whatever team he think will win it when he gets it.
No,
that's his team.
The Bucks was my team last year
because they won the Super Bowl.
No. The Bucks won the chip. Tampa Bay was my team because they won. Lakers is my team because I know they're gonna win. What I post like on some real stuff? Would I supposed to just be riding with losers?
No,
my team. I'm playing with the win. I'm a winner. I want to deal with winners. Lakers gonna win. That's my team this year.
You know what? You're like a. You're like a.
I ain't staying away with
a groupie woman who messed with 11 basketball players before in her life. She just bounced around to all the winners. So you're a winner today. You're a winner today.
I always got to do this.
You're a basketball groupie. It's all good.
I'm gonna say this though. I always got to ask people this, man. Carmelo, I always got to ask people this because this is important because my rep is on the line here. Now I'm pretty sure on social media you probably ran into my game a couple times. How do you rate my game from a 1 to a 10?
I ain't honestly, champ. I can't really speak on that. I ain't really.
Did you ever see his game?
I saw him play. I ain't never see you play, champ.
He ain't shit.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never see you play.
I'm just saying to all the people that support my ball game, somebody's going to vouch for me one day. It's hard.
I see him boxing. You know what I'm saying? I see him trying to throw his hands. I see that.
Melo,
I'm just saying. I'm trying to get an NBA cosign for my game.
Nobody's going to vouch for you. That shit is trash.
All right, well, that's another story.
Now let me get to
Go ahead, get into it, man. Damn.
Melo,
talk to me.
You go to the Lakers. Now, the day you went to the Lakers, I get a call. Everybody in LA that I know called me. Talking spicy.
Talking crazy to you.
I'm talking about talking crazy to me. He was that nigga is over. We got Melo. We got Westbrook. Nigga, they might as well just give us the ring now. Like Big U, all these things talking spicy.
They was talking crazy.
I didn't like this shit. I went on the grab and I exaggerated a little bit. I said I added them niggas' ages up. They 811 years old. and then like 40 minutes left. 40 minutes went by and Brian posted something. I'm like, wait, I hope Brian know I was playing, right? Like, I wasn't for real. Like, I'm 45. I still got wheels, baby.
They gonna cook the Sixers.
I wasn't, like, I don't want to make you niggas mad or nothing. I'm
going to let you finish it. I'm going to let you finish what you're going to ask first.
When you get back, can you tell Brian and Westbrook because I was
I'm going to tell you what, though. I'm going to tell you what. Niggas is locked in, though.
I know.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's why they my team.
You ain't like that's the running joke. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it like you don't see no team who won a championship over the past 20, 30, 40 in the history of the game that won with a young team.
You're right.
It's always now you got young players.
Absolutely. You gotta have young players sprinkled in.
You gotta have that. I ain't gonna say older. You gotta have that wisdom out there to know what to do in those trenches. When you're younger, you ain't really got that experience like that. When you get older, you gotta know how to move. You gotta know who's doing what. You gotta know shit that need to stop, shit that need to keep going, who we can plug and play into this situation. Now we could throw the young boys, in there, but you gotta have that foundation. Without that foundation, we ain't doing shit.
Now we already know you're a Hall of Famer. That's
what I was saying.
2003 draft class.
Yeah.
You, Brian, Wade,
Bosh,
Chris Bosh,
Hall of Famer,
Darko Milicic.
I
mean, he's a bum. He was a bum, without a doubt. But all of them got rings. Now it's your turn.
It's his turn.
Indeed.
Without a doubt.
How important right here is this season? This one right here.
This is probably the most important season ever. I done had important seasons, but this one right here, because I know what's at stake. It ain't no pressure, but I know what's at stake. And if we don't take advantage of this, you don't get moments like this in life.
You
often,
don't.
You know, especially in sports.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like even last year, like I'm hitting CP like I know you going through it because we know we competitors.
Right.
We don't get these moments often.
And CP probably finally got
You know what I'm
his
saying?
shot.
Like he got his shot. So
Right.
it was like, damn, bro, like, you know what, fuck that CP. You gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? I gotta support you.
Absolutely.
So now the shoe is on my side now.
Right.
It's on the other foot. We gotta do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Right.
If we don't,
if y'all don't,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna be talking a lot.
Absolutely.
Of shit to be you and them niggas.
You in the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like when Team USA lost in 2004. It's gonna be that feeling.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to get away for a little bit.
Absolutely.
If we don't make this happen. So I know what's at stake, but that's what make it fun though.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what make it fun. We back in it. Fans is back. Hopefully fans be back in the arena. 82 games. It's the ups and downs of a season. We ready. We locked in.
Brian, did he call you?
For the Lakers?
Yeah. Did he put that call in?
He did.
Let's do it.
He did.
Let's go.
So
let's get it.
So
It was, it was a real call though. It wasn't like no bullshit. It was a real call. I wasn't expecting it from him. I mean, we talked about it years before about getting with each other, but I heard it. And that's my brother. I know him since we was 15, 16 years. I heard it. Yo, like, I need you. Say less. You ain't got to say nothing. I already know what time it is when you hit me direct.
Right.
You ain't, the GM ain't hit me.
right.
You the GM, nigga. Like,
Right.
like, he hit me. He was like, yo, champ, like, the time is now. And you felt it. I felt it. I felt like the time is now, right now. Like you it's just a different vibe, it's a different aura, a different energy around. Time is now.
Okay. Brian know that you still one of them niggas. Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Do you think him putting the call in was like, we doing something great over here. I need my brother over here. He got to get one.
It was like, yo, I need you. And then my rebuttal was like, you need me or you want me? Like, it's a difference. Because if you want me, I done been through that situation before. But if you telling me you need me, your brother gonna be there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he put that call in, yo, I need you. Let's make it happen. But it was like, damn, okay, let's work. He called me direct. Let's make it work. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that gives you that motivation. And then it was like, it was Russ was hitting me.
Right.
Hey, nigga, what we doing? Come on, what we doing? And I'm like, damn, nigga, my son about to go to school in high school in New York. I told him I'll be there.
Right.
I don't really know.
You got to go have this conversation.
I got to have a conversation, champ.
Yeah.
So they was like, yo, hurry up, nigga. We need an answer.
Damn, they rushing him.
I said,
Hall of Famer. Nigga, hey,
I said, yo, the free agency don't even start till next week. You want me to commit now? So I'm like, nah, I don't really jump into shit like that too ezy, too quick. I got to think about it. I got to observe it.
They
It
put that
came, and
pressure on
my son was like, yo, go. I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be all right. Like I'm gonna be all right. But go ahead.
That was some big boy shit. Right?
Nah, it was big boy shit, but I've been in Portland, I've been in Houston, I've been in OKC. So I've been during the season, I've been going away from him for the past couple years.
So he understands.
But I always said, yo, when you go to high school, I'm gonna be there for you through high school.
Yeah. Right.
So I was kind of that was the only skepticism I had when Braun hit me. I was like, yo, I gotta talk to the fam.
Brown and Westbrook vicious. They call nigga at 5 o'clock. We need you.
Let's
Come
get
on.
it. Let's put this
Call
play
him back.
together.
They call the nigga back at 7:30. Did you tell your son yet? Come on. No, I'm trying to figure out. Tell a nigga we.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it done. Now you and Mike is cool.
Mike who?
MJ.
Oh, indeed.
What's the conversation like? Have you ever went to Mike Jordan and said, man, what type of advice did you went to him for, and what did he provide for you?
So I went to Mike early in my career. And I was just, I was a nigga from B-More, man, who just knew how to go get it. Like I was just green, but I knew how to go get it. And for him to sign me at 19 years old to represent his brand, I was the first signature athlete under the Jordan brand.
But you was that nigga coming out of Syracuse.
So when I signed with him, I knew he had my back. For him to take that chance with me, I knew he had my back. I was having a hard time with like certain players in the game, certain situations in the game, figuring out how to beat certain defenses. Mm-hmm. And I went to MJ for that. I wanted to spend 2 weeks, a week and a half with MJ in Chicago. We trained every morning, 6 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. But it was more the conversations that we had. The way he broke film down to me. Like, I ain't know how to watch film. Mm-hmm. He broke it down to me. Watch it like this, do that. Why would you do it? Questioning me. Then he was like, taught me really how to break down the art of scoring the basketball. And I'm like, man, I already know how to put the ball in. That's what I do. But he was like, nah, I'm gonna give you the mental part of it. Listen, he said, how much you want to average? He said, you average about 28 right now. I said, yeah. He said, here's the easy way to go get it. 7 points a quarter, right? He said, break down 7 points in a quarter. That's 2 layups, maybe a 3, a layup, 2 free throws, a 3. You might get hot 1 quarter. You might have 11, 12, 13 1 quarter. Now in the second quarter, you can pace. As long as you get your 14 in 2 quarters.
Right.
So I'm like, dang, you just broke, that's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about that in the games. That next season, I averaged almost 30.
Right.
But I'm thinking about like what he's telling me. Like, I ain't got to go get it as much as I really want to go get it.
Right.
As fast as I want to go get it. You just slow the game down.
Right.
And that was probably the best advice that he's ever gave me.
Y'all ever had any competition talk where Mike was like,
you can't have
you know how to barbecue chicken.
You can't argue with that, man. Like, you just can't. It's impossible.
Did you ever see it like Mike? If you was,
but he know it's certain of us, you know, that we go back at him. Like, we'll talk our shit to him.
Right.
But then he get to start talking about winning and you know what I'm saying, rings and shit. That's that's his defense mechanism.
Right.
You stole your ring. Come on, Mike.
But what's the example of something you done said to Mike? Like, yeah, I'd have cooked your ass.
You was too small. Like,
you told me that?
We talk shit. He told me he'd have made me run around the game. I was out of shape, shit like that. You out of shape, man. You don't get tired chasing me. He used to say shit like that. He was just, I tell him, man, you too small. You was light.
Right.
You light the ass, man. You light the ass, bro.
Hey, look, that's some vicious shit when you talking shit to Mike. Like, Mike, you light.
But you can't win an argument with him.
No, you can't.
I don't give a fuck who you is. You can't
Mike
win an argument with him. Yeah.
Mike start holding up championships and shit, no losses.
Yeah, you can't.
Never been to game 7.
And you can't argue with somebody who's knowledgeable of everything. Like, he know shit about you that you might not even.
Yeah.
Right.
And he throwing that into the arguments. You be like, damn, nigga, how you?
How you knew that?
Man, nigga, you did research. So Mike is an ill nigga when it comes to being knowledgeable of everything. Who you are,
right.
Shit that you into, you're not into. When you want to go to sleep, how much you want to party. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, he know all that. That shit is hard to argue with Mike. Man. It's hard, bro.
Now, if you had to pick your team.
Oh shit. I hate this question.
12 players. Who your team?
12 players?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All time. Who your team?
It's a fucked up question, bro.
Oh, I got to know. No, it's not.
Shit.
I don't care who it is. Who your team?
I hate that shit.
Basketball, who your team?
He like,
we need to see your team.
this shit gonna be on sports.
I already know what time it is.
Who your team?
Let's start off.
Yeah,
Who at the 1? Who at the 1?
Who's at the 1? Magic.
Who's at the 2?
Cole.
Who's at the 3?
Me.
Who's at the 4?
KG.
Who's at the 5?
Olajuwon.
He's the second person that
it.
said Olajuwon over
like
Shaq.
Hakeem.
Yeah. Meanest footwork in the game ever.
Footwork crazy.
Footwork impeccable.
All right, let's go.
That's 5. Go ahead, keep going. You ask.
Who's the next point guard?
I'm a CP fan.
Who's the next shooting guard?
I mean, you got MJ. Is MJ excluded from this or
no?
Everybody put MJ in their shit though. MJ is above the game.
All
man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta take MJ. You gotta take
the other 2.
D-Wade.
You have the 3.
Braun.
You have the 4.
KD. Small ball now.
5.
Shaq.
Your last 2. Let's make this good, because I'll be
last
goddamn if you gonna leave KD out this.
He said
I
KD.
said KD.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I said KD.
All right.
You know, my last.
I thought he said KG.
No, he
I
said
said
KG
KG
first.
first. Yeah.
The first team.
AI.
Oh, thank you, Bubba.
Got to.
That's what the fuck I'm talking.
Yes.
Come on, who's the last one?
I got to put somebody in there that I'm a fan of. Like,
Yes, because this is your team. This isn't anybody else's team. This is Little Curly's team.
I'm a Dr. J fan.
All right, Doc.
I love Doc.
Got some Sixers in there. I appreciate that. Like, fucking job.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by FTX, formerly Blockfolio. One thing about FTX, listen, they're the most popular. I'm talking about the most popular app for cryptocurrency tracking and trading. I don't care what you're doing. If you're doing something in cryptocurrency, you need to have the FTX app.
Yes, you do.
Listen, right now, what are you waiting for? Download the app in the App Store. Get it. I'm talking about everything to build your own portfolio and follow prices of more than 10,000 coins. Get phone notification updates directly from the projects that you care about. I'm talking about FTX. I need you to download this app to take care of it. For those, once again, formerly known as Blockfolio. I'm talking about the world's most popular cryptocurrency app for tracking and trading cryptocurrency. Buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and other top tokens with absolutely zero fees, and get a free coin with every trade over $10. What are you waiting for right now? Visit the App Store and download FTX for free today. Stop playing games. FTX, formerly known as Blockfolio, download today. Right, you was in the projects, right? Who was the old heads that, man? Who was these old heads that kept you on point to make sure you ain't get in no trouble?
Yeah, so I moved from Red Hook, Brooklyn when I was 9. So summer of 92. So I'm at that age, I'm thinking that everything is the hood. Projects is everything. So I get to be more, and I moved to Myrtle Avenue and Murphy Homes. It's like, nah, shit is different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now I go from apartment 1C in the building to the row houses on Myrtle Avenue. So that was different. I didn't have, in Red Hook, my brothers was the old heads out there. So I could just watch them, look at them, admire them. They, I'm 8, 9 years old, so I ain't really tapped in like that. Right. When I get to be more is when I started tapping in. Like I started survival. I know how to move. I know how to, that car can't come down the block. Right.
Yeah.
He can't come on our block. Right. He ain't from me. I don't like the way he walked. Like it was like survival tactics. Right. You know what I'm saying? So my big homies, they was on the block. I didn't look up to basketball players. I ain't I ain't have no role model. Typical hood shit. Yeah. So whoever was coming out the block, take a kick, give me hold $5, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me hold $1, champ. Let me go get a twisted real quick with a hot pocket. Like that was people that I looked up to. Right. You know what I'm saying? Go keep the change, champ. Right. Like I was that. So, but my big homies, God bless their soul, man. They kept me out of a lot of shit, and they was a sacrificial lamb for a lot of shit for me. So when I think about them, it's like, damn, like I wish they was here right now, reaping those benefits because we put that work in. Right. Running through BMO, we put that work in at 17, 18, 19. We put the work in, and I didn't know. Only thing I knew was my niggas is coming with me. Yeah. Like I don't care about none of that. Y'all I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. Right. We gonna do this our way. We the new in charge. We hood movement. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So y'all gonna bow down to us now. You know what I'm saying? And the street game was changing around those times. Yeah. Like it was a shift in the streets. They started knocking the projects down. Yeah. So once they knocked the projects down, everybody started scattering, going to their different areas. So it was hard to connect with a lot of guys because the beefs was so ingrained into our community that you couldn't go to those neighborhoods. Right. You go to those neighborhoods, you know what time it is when you walk around that block. So we stayed around those 4 blocks. And my big homies was always, nigga, you ain't, nigga, go to school.
Well, see, you had real big homies that seen that, no, God blessed him a little different than everybody else.
Yeah, it was that. See, I don't know what they saw in me. They probably said they saw something, but it was just like.
They saw that jumper.
But you know what's ill? I was a baseball player, B. My first love was baseball. Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was going for baseball. And then I played football, and then basketball was just like seasonal for me. So I ain't really care about basketball like that.
Then what coach talked you into Told you common sense. What was that coach that said, nigga, you're going to the league?
Nah, but you know, all that shit came later.
Hey,
I was heavy. I was heavy baseball. I was heavy baseball.
Was that the time you wanted to change your name when you was younger?
Yeah, around that time, man.
But why you think of Tyrone? Why you wanted your name to be Tyrone?
That was the first shit I seen on the board.
Tyrone, you said
that song was out. You
better
call Tyrone.
That
shit wasn't
called me.
But why? Listen. He wanted the name wrong. Like out of all the names, why you want to
Yo, because
Carmelo?
you gotta think, you gotta understand.
Carmelo.
This is what's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I'm 9 years old.
Yeah.
So I ain't really, you know. I'm just
nigga ain't say Jamal.
when they handed the, you know, the index cards to write your name on there, I look up and all I see the names on the board.
Yeah.
Of the previous class. It's fucking Tyrone. Anything away from Carmelo, like at that point in time.
You know what's so funny though? Because I grew up Farad Nasir. And that was the worst shit as a kid.
Yeah, but it's a real true meaning behind those. Your names.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So
but as a kid,
it come from something.
When you in the 4th grade and your first day of school and they calling out everybody's name and then they get to the ends and you like, here the fuck we go. Fard Nazer. It's like, no, bitch.
But everybody knew because that was your culture. That was your culture. So everybody knew that y'all had names like that.
Yeah.
So I was the only Puerto Rican out in West Baltimore.
Yeah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? So so they was, you know, it went
don't
from
speak no Spanish.
and don't speak no Spanish. So it was like Little New York when I came to be more. Then it was like Curly. Well, only family called me Little Curly. But it was like Little New York because nobody really could say my name. It was butchering my shit. Carmelo, Caramel. Like it was great.
T. Roy.
Man, call me, man, listen.
Tyrone.
Shout out to T. Roy, man.
Now you know what when you was growing up, man, for you wanted to get fly, you wanted to do nice things. You used to squeegee cars to sell candy.
Yeah, indeed.
Shout out to the squeegee boys in Baltimore, man.
But calm your ass down though, man, because they on the boulevard going ham out there.
Go crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They going crazy. So I know what that life is like. But I never wanted to go to my mom and ask my mom for nothing.
Yeah.
Never. Never. I knew she was working 2 jobs. I just knew she had it set for us.
Yeah.
So I ain't want you to go in your pocket and break, you know, and get me some shit that I'll go ask one of these niggas on the block, man. Let me go buy me some sneakers, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me buy some Pippins. Buy me some Pips. We ain't wear Jordans.
Right.
We wore Pips. We wear Tim Duncan. We wore, you know, Phone Pods. We wore Dope Boys. Like that's what we wore. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted polo shirts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted polo side. We was polo, heavy polo in B-more.
Philly too.
You know what I'm saying? Damn near the same shit.
Yeah.
So those things, that's what I was on. But I never wanted to go to my mom's for no bread. So a couple of the homies was down there squeegeeing. But it was one building who just, that's where all the squeegee boys lived at in that project building. Even though it was our projects, it was one building that just the dirty niggas was at. They were squeezing, they were scamming. Like it was just, you stay away from that building. Stay away from the 6th floor in that building. You know what I'm saying? So I never wanted to go down there. I never wanted to be looked upon like that. But I said, fuck it, we gonna go down there, we gonna take our own corner on Martin Luther King Boulevard, Martin Luther King and I think that's Martin Luther King and Sarah and Fremont and on Marbury Street. And the bridge separates the 2 projects. So you had Murphy Homes on this side, you had Lexington Terrace on that side. You couldn't go on that corner. I'm like, yo, we squeegee it, man. But you couldn't go over there. But I just found it was a quick way to get some bread. And then the old head came on the block with the van, candy bars. Yo, y'all can sell these. Y'all go, just give me 30 cents on the dollar. Cool. How many candy bars we gotta sell? They gave it 30 candy bars. You come back with your bread.
Right.
You giving him 30 cents on the dollar.
Right.
You make it 70 cents. You make it 70 cents every sell.
Right.
Yeah.
You good.
Right.
Now I can go to Marshall's and get the irregular polos and all
Yeah. Burlington Coat Factory.
He still get them bitches.
Absolutely. You know, you can go to Burlington and go get the first down back in the day. All of that.
The what's name now? I was in the cell. I was still in the penitentiary, and you know, when you talk about your father and all the things he did, and the riots jumped off in Baltimore, and I seen you come out there with the people, you, Stokey, Kevin Lyles, D. Watkins. and you was just walking and you was talking, you was there to support the people. How did that moment feel, knowing what your father was doing, and you just coming out there to be of support of a historical moment in Baltimore?
Yeah, it was different.
They turned it up.
It was different in B-More, man.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting back waiting. I remember sitting back waiting, like, damn, like what should I do? Should I say something? But I like to wait until I get all my information before I make my move.
Right.
So I'm just falling back, and my phone is blowing up. Yo, Champ, we need you. The city needs you. The town needs you. Come back to the town. I was gonna go back anyway, but I was gonna go and just sneak in and go to the City Hall and the courthouse and really put the pressure on the powers that be.
Yeah.
And they was like, yo, we need you.
We need you on the front line.
We need you. Like, we need you. Like, so once I get in, police is like, Mr. Anthony, it's a lot of tension out here. Come on, man. I got 4 man. I be more on my neck. Like, you know what I'm saying? That my city is calling me. So
you was on the ground.
I don't care what y'all talking about. Right. I don't care who say what. I'm here with my people. We gonna march.
Right.
And and another reason people don't know this, East marched with West. So West marched and East marched, and then we met in the middle, and then we walked downtown. So that was even a bigger moment.
Yes, it was.
Of the city, because if you know the city, East and West ain't.
East and West is different.
Yeah. I'm to this day, I don't like going over East.
Yeah.
Oh, you're West Side.
I'm West Baltimore, man.
So
Project.
Let me just tell you what they give me on Baltimore.
Oh shit.
The East Side niggas is the grimy niggas.
Indeed, indeed. That's
the
like
West Side niggas is the niggas that want to get fly and think they the shit. That's what they told me about Baltimore. The West Side niggas want to get fly. They think they the shit, and the East Coast Side niggas want to rob the West Side.
East is more. East is more like
grimy.
Iraq, like you know what I'm saying. It's Chirac over East. West is more like cool. You know what I'm saying. Niggas get money.
Right.
Niggas coming through with the cars. Niggas is fly.
Right.
But then it's a different. You got project niggas now from West.
Yeah.
Now we was the down bottom guys.
Right.
Now down bottom was, we didn't consider ourselves West. We considered down bottom.
Even though y'all out the West.
Even though we like to be start of the West, we don't consider the West. Okay. We down bottom. We project shit. So if you ever in B-More, I know y'all, you been B-More a lot.
It's B-More.
Yeah, I know, I already know. We been B-More a lot.
Yeah, I'm from East
We
Baltimore.
we from down bottom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You jealous now. He's going to throw that out there. Pussy, you ain't from East Baltimore. You from
it's
fucking
cool.
Park Avenue, Allegheny,
It's cool.
in Philadelphia.
That was where I was from.
We the wire.
Yeah.
And when I say this to people, we the true wire. That orange couch is us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pennsylvania Avenue, hitting in the hole, that's us. That's down bottom.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Roman Swipes. One thing about Roman Swipes, they're fast acting. I'm talking about clinically proven, and guess what? You don't need no prescription. I'm talking about you don't need no prescription to be strong and last long. Roman Swipes, like I always tell you guys, listen, Roman, you know what's crazy though about these Roman Swipes? They get out of control. They keep coming to the studio, seeing me and Gil when we come and checking our bags.
All they want is Roman.
Everybody that we know keeps stealing our Romans. Like I'm talking about this is something that's like you gotta hide. You gotta keep your Romans in your sock or somewhere. You gotta hide these things in the couch somewhere.
Because the Romans will turn you to a grown man.
Romans will turn you to a grown man. One thing about them, they're super easy to use. I'm talking about unmarked packaging. I'm talking about, listen, man. I'm talking about these things are amazing. I'm talking about these swipes. The package is so you can just hide the package anyway. Ain't nobody worrying about it. But I'm talking about that fast acting when you swipe it on. And that's why this segment of the show is brought to you by Roman Swipes. What are you waiting for? Right now, you need to go to getroman.com/game. Get your first month of swipes for just $5. What are you waiting for? I'm talking about $5. You can make her holler. Roman Swipes. Stay strong. Last long.
Well, let's connect with some real Baltimore legends. I need to know who the hood legends. When you was coming up, you was 15, 16, 17. You one of the top players in the country, if not the top player in the country. Then you go to Baltimore. You know, every major hood city got them playgrounds.
Indeed.
Them playgrounds. Where the dude drank the 40.
Who was the old head that would drink a 40 and give y'all 40?
So I speak about my cousin.
Oh, your cousin
my cousin Luck.
Luck was the one that drink a 40 and give out 40.
Luck was the one that drank gin and come through with Nike boots on it.
Luck be out there like, this shit niggas in trouble today.
But he was, they was calling him New York too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he kind of laid the foundation for us. But like old heads, like, we had a Skip Wise. Like I'm talking about legendary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Skip Wise back in the day. you know, fiend, like, you know what I'm saying? Getting high, just come to the game, give you 60.
Damn.
And leave. Like, you know, it was that. Ernie Graham, you know, went to Maryland, got kicked out of, you know what I'm saying? It was those guys.
They taught you something.
I learned a lot of shit from them without them even teaching me nothing. I learned not to do some shit that they was doing.
Right.
Because that was who we had to look up to in order for us to make it out. Like, yo, nah, you see Skip Wise? Skip Wise supposed to be
in the
top
league.
50 ever in the NBA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He back home.
Right.
Ernie Graham's supposed to be one of the best power forwards ever at the University of Maryland.
And he back out West Baltimore or East Baltimore.
He back up Park Heights.
Right.
You know, in Beatmore. You know, we had a guy who went to Temple, one of my favorite players, Mark Karcher.
Yeah.
Went to Temple.
Yeah.
He was my big homie. That was somebody I used to run home from school to go watch.
Yeah.
LaFonte Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Went to UNLV.
See, the reason why we ask these questions, because these is the questions that, okay, people that's watching this all over the world, they might not know who these guys is, but the hood in Baltimore.
Oh, indeed. So we had in my hood, in our projects, it was one guy we had named D Brown. And D Brown was like, I thought he was the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he had the same mentality. We grew up together, project shit, like wherever he went, we went. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we piggybacking off of that.
Right.
And he was the guy who really held our hood down from a basketball standpoint. Yeah. And we followed that. I ain't seen him. I know he back there. I know, you know, a couple of the homies are still there, but that was the guy on our block. Right. D Brown was the guy.
They say your mom wasn't no joke in South Carolina in the ball with the basketball.
Yeah, she was nice, man. I ain't know that shit.
And Big Curly was nice too.
See, Big Curly was the one. But Big Curly got his game. You know, he did time upstate. Yeah. And I didn't know this. I never knew he did time upstate. And he used to write poetry. And he left a book with like his poems in there and like old pictures and shit like that.
Book of life.
And I'm looking at the book and I'm like, yo, it's newspaper articles from Buffalo, Albany, upstate. Yeah. Mr. Wonderful. Who's Mr. Wonderful? I'm like, who the fuck is Mr. Wonderful? I think it's going 50 and 60 and 70 in the joint. And they like, yo, that's Curly. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not him. But he had the name, they gave him the name Mr. Wonderful up there. But that was also at the time where you had movies like American Me.
American Me, yep.
Right. So in the joint, you already know what that was like. Blacks, Puerto Ricans, Muslims, you know what I'm saying, the brothers. And my dad was a young lord. Yeah. And I didn't realize that until I'm doing my own discovery and see the pictures in the book. I'm like, yo, Dad, why he got the beret on? Why he got the black leather on with the turtleneck? Why he got the fro like that? You know, why he wearing the red flag around his neck? And I started doing all that research and found out he was part of the original Young Lords. And I'm like, oh, that's why I'm so tapped in like that. Yeah.
That's important. Now, what brought the book about?
It was time. It was time, man. And I always want to tell my story, but I didn't know how to tell a story. I didn't know who was ready to hear that story. We need it. You know what I'm saying? We need more of these stories from people like us, people like me who know I can touch a lot of people out there, a lot of younger generation. And I'll still say I'm glad that I'm still connected a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To a couple generations, to a generation that's older than us and the generation that's younger than us, and the younger generation.
Oh, you connected.
You know what I'm saying? So but I built that off of this story and my basics in life and my morals and what I stand on. You know what I'm saying? And the way that I operate, that's what this story is about. But this is about, you know, survival. Right. Like what it's like to survive that concrete is different.
It's concrete, totally but that concrete shape you into a person that man could go through anything, man.
Man, I'll say,
you know,
I used to
feel
say
like
absolutely.
I can make it through, man.
But see, when you going through it, you don't think that.
No.
When I was 13, 14, it's like, man, fuck this. Like, what is life? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't making it out of here. There's no way I can make it out of here.
I ain't got a shot. I'm going to die.
Man, my man, he just got killed yesterday. He just got hit by a car. He just got hit by the police riding on a dirt bike. My man who was just with me yesterday got 30 years. He doing juvie life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, ain't no hope. I don't got no hope in this. And basketball was the last thing that I ever thought about.
And to beat all that is like, you know, and I'm glad it's out here because you have a platform and you're big, you know, because, you know, once you get into sports, there's a whole different people looking at us.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people really don't know our story at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
The story of the bottom of America is an extraordinary story. And I'm talking about it's a horrifying story. It's a horror movie. And just to see you sitting here on this Baltimore block to let them, because this book is going to educate. It ain't just for us. It's for people that's outside of us and outside of our culture.
Yeah, I say, like, not to cut you off, I say, this is a universal message.
Yes.
It's not just for boys. It's not just for girls. It's not just for people in the hood. Everybody is going through some shit. Mm-hmm. Everybody trying to figure out how to survive their own situation in their own environment. This is what help you.
Yep.
This is a blueprint to how to make it, how to get out of there. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you the stories. I got to get you the stories first.
Right.
Yes.
And then you could get the, you know, you get the flowers after that.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people don't understand is that niggas in the hood and niggas that's struggling financially ain't the only motherfuckers that got problems.
Oh, no, they not.
You know, you think that way when you at the bottom. When you at the bottom and you can't, you know, you ain't never been nowhere, you ain't never traveled nowhere, you don't know people that really got money. You feel like just having money is everything, and then you get around niggas that got money and you like, this nigga's miserable. This only thing he able to do is pay his bills on time.
So let me go back to the block. Let me go back where I'm comfortable at. That's how they be feeling.
Right. You feel what I'm, because you get around niggas that got money and then you be like, the only difference between me and you is you pay your bills on time.
Right.
And you drive better cars than me. And you're able to take trips, but you're not actually happy as me.
No.
And I don't have shit. You're miserable. And you don't realize that until you get friends that got money and then they have all these problems and you like, nigga, like, the fuck?
There's
But then you realize that money don't stop your problems.
Yeah, money don't always stop problems. And it's like, one thing that I like is like, when you think about it, when you look at the book, you see in the ghetto. But when I talk about the bottom, is a local bottom and is a global bottom.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom is when you're at a place in life, white, black, green, red. You could live anywhere in the world, and tomorrow might just not. It ain't promised.
It ain't promised
because you might be going through depression. You might be going through a lot of stuff, and that is your bottom. Our bottom might be the ghetto. Our bottom might be our parents being on drugs, but somebody else's bottom might be depression, insecurity,
anxiety.
They don't love they don't have self-love. It could be a lot of stuff. So this book is not just for this for, like you said, this for everybody just to understand, but also to get my story, because this story can connect. But just me knowing that this place,
it was hard, man.
Different.
Like writing that book, it was hard because I know people want to know. They want to hear the other story. Mm-hmm. They want to hear the NBA story. Right. They want to hear when I got the gold and the flowers.
No.
And they want to hear that shit. Nobody really want to tap into that belly of the beast.
Right.
That's the belly of the beast right there.
Yes, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. It's like you said, it's ghettos all over the world.
Yes.
But that concrete jungle, that shit hit different, man. When you know what I mean? When you got to sit under the lights at night, you don't know what's going to happen. You on the block and it's dark and you you scared. You know what I'm saying? You scared, but you can't show you scared. Right. You want to be vulnerable, but you can't project that you vulnerable because you fooled after that.
And do you know how many homies and how many people got to be? They got to be gangster because they forced and they just really trying to defense mechanism and that gangster get them dead on the penitentiary.
Man, I know so many people. Dudes. I know so many like great guys, man, who just you saw it though. Mm-hmm. They didn't have no hope. It was no hope. Mm-hmm. So the only hope that they had was to go up under another nigga. Mm-hmm. And when you go up under that nigga, he gonna teach you how to see. He gonna teach you what he think.
Absolutely.
And the minute that you make that first sell, your whole aura changed.
Right.
Your life changed.
Your whole life changed.
That gun on your hip.
Man, it's over.
You come alive.
You know what I'm saying? It's over. I know guys that I used to sit on my stoop with day and night, talk conversation. He was a nigga, yo man, I'm getting out of here. They gave him a 100-pack real quick. He felt that.
His life changed.
Then he put the hammer on. Oh man,
right. It's like a uniform.
It's over.
And see, people can't understand what you've been through unless you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Unless you've been through it. Mm-hmm. Like what's so real about this concrete jungle shit is by the time I was 16, I probably had about 4 or 5 homies that I directly knew that got killed. Mm. You feel what I'm saying? then you'll have a person that grew up over there here in Dubuque, Iowa. They never know nobody that got killed in their life. I never knew nobody.
Nobody got killed here.
So on this side of the spectrum, this shit is like, wait, you know somebody that's been murdered? And then on this side of the spectrum, it's like, wait, you don't know nobody that's never been killed?
Right.
Think how crazy that is.
It's the tale of two worlds.
Right.
And
it's normal over here.
It's normal, but that's why I wanted to tell that story, because a lot of time, even now, when tragedy happens, we are immune to it.
It's normal to see.
It's like it's like the saying niggas die every day, B. Like, we immune to that.
I've been to like 6 funerals this year.
You know what I'm saying? We super immune to that. And other people will be like, hey, Melo, man, you all right? They call and they check. And I'm like, man, this man.
Yeah.
It's only, man, somebody, you going to hit me next week because somebody else going to die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that mentality, you become immune to that environment. And that's the sad part. When you're forced to become immune to tragedy, man, you ain't got there's no hope in that. And you don't care no more.
And it takes a certain part of your sensitivity away. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, listen. Y'all know, y'all grew up in the hood, man. You ain't no sensitivity.
Right. No, you start off as a child, you start off that way, and then
no sensitivity.
Eventually it gets taken away from you because at 5, 6, 7.
I never knew what a hug was, man. I never had nobody hug me as a kid. My mom did what she did, but I never had nobody.
And
what about I love you?
I haven't. My mother used to tell me she loved me all the time. I never knew it though. I never felt it. I never felt like the intimacy.
Yeah.
You know, I knew my mother loved me, obviously.
Right.
You know, she used to tell me I love you and shit like that, but I never felt that intimacy like, yo, man, I love you, bro. Like you gonna be all right. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody see you fucked up, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Go over there with that shit. Tighten up, man. Go over there with that shit, man.
Nobody, you know my mom.
Nobody want to hear that clown shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you start hearing that, you get cold, man.
And you get cold, and you got to protect yourself. So you got to act like I want to be loved, but I got to act like nothing matter out here.
Absolutely. And I speak about that in the book. I start talking about depression.
You got to put a whole body vessel.
Yeah.
I start talking about being depressed, not knowing that I was depressed. You know what I'm saying? Really ready to risk it all to get out of there. Like, that shit is hard. I didn't know I was going through depression. I ain't know shit about it. But I couldn't talk to nobody about it. A nigga be like, Melo, you bugging, man.
Because there's certain words that go on now that I never heard in my life growing up in the ghetto. Oh, I'm an introvert. No, that mean you was a fucking loner. You just stuck to yourself like, oh, I got anxiety. I never heard nobody say that when I was growing up. Like, you got anxiety. Like, I'm not saying, this shit's real, but I'm just saying, in the fucking late 70s, in the early 80s, when I was a kid, I never heard not one person ever in life say these fucking words.
Nah. And we knew a lot of people who had mental health issues, We knew we used to call them slow. We used to pick on them, you slow, man, you in a special class. You know what I'm saying? These are people that are part of our environment. And we fuck with those people. Right. But that was just the way that we interacted with those guys, because that's the coldness that we had with us. We couldn't be like, man, yo, leave him alone, man. Right. We couldn't show that shit.
No, we out there, and part of my language, but I'm just keeping it real. This retarded ass nigga, man. Mm-hmm. You stupid as shit. You slow as shit. Right. That's how it's like. That's how. So imagine the trauma that he had to go through hearing that.
And when they used to flip, they'll flip. Yeah. When that switch flip, they going ham.
That's when everybody's scared.
Right, so then everybody telling you to chill out now. Yo, leave him alone, man. He already over the top. Yeah, he going already.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is also brought to you by ShipStation. One thing about ShipStation, if you're trying to do anything, I don't care if you're doing it on Shopify, if you're on SD, your own website. What ShipStation do, it brings all your stuff into one funnel. I'm talking about so your ordering simple. I'm talking about there's one interface to make your order so simple. I don't care if any carrier you want to think of, UPS, FedEx, United States Postal Service. I don't care what you're doing. Especially if you're a small business. Small business can now access the same rates usually reserved for Fortune 500 companies with ShipStation. Stop playing. What you need to do is you need to go to ShipStation.com, click the microphone at the top, and type in game. Go to ShipStation.com, click the microphone up top, and type in game.
GAME.
I'm talking about, listen, now I'm talking about I'm talking about so many people is using ShipStation. I'm talking about everybody's. I'm talking about if you like to sell your own crafts, you got small things. I don't care what you're selling online. ShipStation is the best place that will bring all your stuff into one simple interface and to have your stuff going on. It don't matter what carrier you're using. They're going to take care of you. Once again, go to ShipStation.com, hit the microphone at the top, and type in GAME, GAME, and guess what? Let's make ship happen. ShipStation.
Melo, coming from New York, going to Baltimore. Baltimore is a city that if you've never been to Baltimore, Baltimore is like Philadelphia. All the houses touch, ain't no fucking no trees, ain't no goddamn backyards, ain't none of that shit. It's niggas living on top of niggas. You got one block, it might got 100 houses on this side touching and 100 houses on this side touching. And each one of these houses is 3 to 4 motherfuckers. It's about 800 niggas on this block, man.
Motherfucker cooking something in the microwave.
Just
you
this
smell
one
it 3
fucking
houses
block.
down.
Just this one block is 800 niggas live on this
If
one
you get
block.
your ass, if your mom beating your ass, though, 3 houses here. Everybody here.
So
you can't come out the house for a couple days.
Yeah.
You coming from this and making it to the league. When did you know this shit was real? Was it when you walked on the court, you seen Kobe? Was it when that first check hit that motherfucking account? Was it when you told your mom, no, don't pack nothing? Leave all that shit right here. We're not taking nothing. We starting life over.
You know what's crazy? Like, my mom still lived on the block when I was in the league, when I got drafted. And I used to be like, Mom, we moving. She's like, nah, I'm not going nowhere. This is what I know. This is our neighborhood. And we've been here forever. I'm not leaving. So every summer I would go back. I'm gonna get to your question. Every summer I would go back. I would be in my neighborhood, in my block.
That's
when I come home. No, because that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Forget what my mama was.
Okay.
That's where I'm from. I'm coming home to show love to the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as I got older, I started feeling like survivor's guilt. It's like I made it, but I feel guilty for making it when leaving y'all back here. Mm-hmm. So I brought everybody with me to the draft. I probably had 35 people at the NBA draft from B-More and New York. Out of those 35 people, probably 15 of them dead right now. Mm. So I had to deal with that. And now that's not nothing to do with basketball. And when I got to the NBA, I still carried it like that, is my point. I ain't care about basketball. I'm here, I made it. I'm already good. I shook David Stern's hand. Right. I got a Denver Nugget jersey. Right. I'm cool. Like, I don't give a fuck what happens after this. Right. And my niggas had the same mentality. Nigga, we here now. Right. Let's go. It's go time. We going. I stayed back in Baltimore my first year, 2 years in the NBA. People don't know this. David Stern had to call my agent and tell him, get him out of there. Mm. What is he doing? Right. He doing stop snitching videos. You know what I'm saying? It was.
I remember that.
Yo, you got to get him out of there, champ.
Nigga just dropped 30 last night. Don't be telling on niggas.
Yeah, yep.
Fuck y'all doing out here.
At that moment, it was like, I had to really start taking basketball serious.
Yeah.
Because the shit started happening. It was fucking
crazy.
Yo, I had weed charge. I had a DUI. I had the stop snitching. I had the argument with Larry Brown.
Nigga on TNT out the hood like, turn that shit up.
But that was
we
the moment.
We in the West Baltimore. We in the East Baltimore. We at the bottom, nigga. Stop snitching, you bitch ass niggas. They like Melo.
You just
David
scored
Stern
35.
Like, David Stern like, get that nigga out of there.
That was the moment. But that was the moment where it became the hero and the villain. Mm-hmm. Bron became the hero. Mm-hmm. I became the villain. Mm-hmm. They needed to play off of that. But also, I became the villain, but I became a loved villain. Mm-hmm. I had street love.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any hood, at every hood, but I embraced it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was a difference. So I didn't know how to be the hero.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I knew how to be the villain.
Right.
And that's the only thing that I ever known until I had to get older, 4 or 5 years in the league, and realize, like,
nigga, you tripping.
Nigga, this chick be taken away.
Yeah.
But when David Stern told me in the last incident was the fight in the Garden. Mm-hmm. We had a fight in the Garden. And it was a brawl. And I get suspended. for 15 games.
Wait, hold on. What happened though? Wait, I remember this, but I don't. This shit's not clicking in my mind.
I'm gonna give you the short story. Right. So we playing Denver playing the Knicks in the Garden. Isaiah Thomas is the coach.
Yeah.
Isaiah got beef with George Karl.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know what the fuck the beef is. They got beef. So in the game, Isaiah looks at me and say, "Yo, nobody go to the hole." Like, go to the, you crazy nigga? Nobody better not go to the hole. All right. We on the free throw line, the ball comes off, goes down the court. We get the rebound, fast break. We throw it to J.R. Smith. Now we up. We busting their ass, we blowing them out. J.R. gets in about to do something crazy on the break. And all I see is the kid run full speed down the court and grabs J.R. out the air. So when that happened, J.R. get into it with him. Now, I'm looking at Isaiah, yo, you a sucker for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do no shit like that. You a sucker for that. Like, you gonna get yours. Like, you a sucker for that. And now JR and Nate Robinson is in the crowd. So now I run over there, the coaches, everybody grabbing me, players grabbing me, and I'm like, nobody touch me. Like, and I think Jerry Jeffries or somebody grabbed my neck, like, and I blacked.
Yeah.
And the kid from Philly,
What's his name?
I ain't gonna do all that. But the kid, you know what I mean?
No, don't worry about that.
Yeah, man,
Stop snitching. Stop snitching.
Man, we can pull this shit up on YouTube.
So I'll let you do that research.
Yeah.
So he said some crazy shit when I walked, but in the heat of it.
It would take a Philly nigga. It would be a Philly nigga.
He said something like, he said something like, fuck you running down here like you gonna do something for it, like that.
Yeah, Philly shit.
And I had the coach was on me, like with an arm, and I knocked his hand down. And at that point, I just swung, like, and I connected. And as I'm connecting, I see 3 niggas is coming this way. So I'm like trying to get back. And anyway, long story short, David Stern suspended me out of everybody 15 games. Everybody else got like 6 games, 7 games, shit like that. And I go speak to him, like, why you do me like that?
What did he tell you?
Man, your rap sheet.
A rap sheet?
Yeah.
Look. NBA rap sheet.
NBA shit. You want to be in the streets or you want to be in the NBA?
This is what he told you.
This in his office. You want to be in the streets or you want to be in the NBA? You fucking with a corporation now.
You're doing stop snitching.
You gonna leave. You gonna leave that alone. I know who you with. I know where you live at. I know where they live at. I know when you close your eyes. I know when you wake up.
Damn.
So I'm like, you know, and I know what they doing. He's telling me I know what they doing. Either tell them to stop or you got to cut them off. And I'm like, damn, like how the fuck? Like that's when I knew NBA was part of the feds. You know what I'm saying? That's when I knew.
They got him in there. And the little one with the little 4-5.
He told me, he was just like, man, he said, I gotta make an example out of you. I gotta make an example out of you.
Damn.
That's a fact.
He said, I know everything.
I know everything.
They do be knowing everything.
I know your whole crew. I know who's doing what.
Got the best investigators ever.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, now, I get it. If you giving me, if I'm giving you, you know, $100 million, I need to know everything. You know what I'm saying? And then that was, I didn't understand that at that point in time. It took me to be old, get wiser, to be like, damn, that motherfucker made sense.
A couple years ago, they counted you out, man.
Facts.
They had you done. Finish. I'm talking about them niggas was on First Take talking like
talking
spicy about a nigga.
They was spicy.
Huh? Stephen A.
They was spicy.
I ain't calling nobody out. I'm just saying. Niggas was talking like a nigga was done. Finito. One thing I could say about the NBA, some players in the NBA that stood up for you. Them niggas was like, no,
you know why?
It's wrong why they doing this. This nigga still nice. This nigga could still fill it up. This shit ain't cool.
You know why though? I always stood tall on everything I did. And I stand on everything I say. So I never did nothing wrong with none of my colleagues, none of my teammates. I don't care what any coach say, any media. None of my teammates could tell you that nigga's a fucked up person.
Right.
Or he's a grimy nigga, or he a bad teammate, or bad locker. Nobody can tell you.
Right.
So when everybody started to jump on the bandwagon of kicking me while I was down, the real ones understood that. Like, nah, that ain't him. Y'all, enough is enough. Like, y'all keep saying that bullshit. Like, enough is enough. And they stood tall. And the guys that said what they said about me, that stood with me, they know who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to expose that, but they know who they are. And the ones who said this shit about me, they know who they is too. And I didn't seen them. I didn't man to man had conversations with a lot of them. And the information that I get back from them, it's bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's media shit. It's, Mel, I ain't mean, I ain't mean it like that. Come on, man, you said it.
But you ain't mean it like that, but you was trying to fuck my paper up.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you
trying to
ain't
put the
you fucked the
narrative
paper
out
up.
there.
You ain't try to fuck the paper up. You fucked the paper up. You family, friends, businesses, companies.
Right.
Like you put a lot of that shit at risk by being chatty patty.
Right, because them niggas be on TV every day like this.
That's what I'm saying.
And once you become a hot topic, they gonna burn this out for 2 weeks straight.
Absolutely.
They gonna come in every day. Is Carmelo Anthony,
right.
Should he be allowed to be on another team?
They throw the question. They shoot it up high in the sky and see who can grab it.
And then it's like a team take a fly on you, and then you come and you do your thing, and then they want to scoop your balls up and act like, polish your nuts off and act like they wasn't just trying to throw your balls on the E-way and get them ran the fuck over.
They tried it. They did. I ain't gonna lie.
They did.
They did. They had me fall back. Like,
how did you feel?
At first I was fucked up. I was just like, I kept asking why.
Yeah, why
like,
me?
Yo, why me? Like, me? I that's the ego part. Like, me out of all people? Like, what I've done for this game? Out of all people, like me. So I'm like, I just remember shit that I used to talk to AI about when he was going through his shit. And I'm like, I can't go like that. He did it his way. And it wasn't the wrong way, but he did it his way.
Right.
I gotta learn. I'm learning from that. I'm seeing how everybody, moving. I gotta move the way that I know how to move. And the way I'm gonna move, I gotta say I fuck this game.
Where did Hoodie Melo come from?
That's just a mindset, man.
Because it's like you didn't put the hoodie on, so they started talking shit.
It was,
then we see you.
But
in the hoodie
that was my thing. That was my way of blocking out a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Throw the hoodie on. I'm in my own world.
Right.
There ain't nothing nobody else could say about me.
Right.
Once I throw the hoodie on, so it became a mindset. It became, I woke up every day with a hoodie mindset.
Did they ever make you all the chatty patty and all the negative commentary and all the shit that you heard? That was that 2 years ago or 3 years ago, right? Did it ever make you waver? Did it ever make you start self-doubting yourself?
Yeah, for sure. At first, because I'm like, why? Damn, am I losing? I lose my skill? I can't play no more? You mean to tell me I can't make a 9-man rotation? Like, this is what you telling me?
Right.
Me.
Right.
I fuck everybody else.
Right.
Me. I can't make a 9-man rotation. So now you start second guessing, like, why you can't make a 9-man rotation. So I went through like 3 months of just like I don't want to say I was depressed, but it was just like questioning myself, second guessing myself, looking back like, damn, what'd I do? Going back over my career, like, damn, did I do anything wrong? Did I say something to somebody? Did I do something to him or team? Like, I started second guessing a lot of shit. And then it came to a point where I was just like, you know what? I gotta fuck this game.
I just got focused on me.
I'm fuck this game. The game don't love me the way that I love the game no more.
Right.
So I ain't gonna keep giving you my all if I ain't getting nothing back in return.
Right.
So I had to disconnect from the game. I ain't watch it. I ain't watch no media. I don't watch ESPN and I don't watch that shit.
Yeah.
I had to disconnect from all of that shit. No
Around what age did you start watching it?
When I got to New York.
Yeah, that was smart,
because
New York is the capital.
No, that was strategic.
Yeah.
That was very strategic. I'm not reading no newspapers.
Right.
I'm not watching no talk shows, no sports shows.
New York is crucial.
Yeah, but and I learned that from, what's his name taught me that, Derek Jeter.
Like when you was in Denver, you go to a press conference. What is it, like 8 cameras there?
Nah, it was packed in there because we bought something new to Denver. Like, we bought the culture.
But it wasn't like New York.
Nah, come on, it's the media capital of the world.
You go there, it's 80 cameras.
But this is practice. Every practice, you got 100 media outlets in one practice.
Yeah.
So eventually you're gonna get tired of this shit. Like, man, I don't want to talk to all these motherfuckers today. But I stood tall on it. I spoke every single day. Win, lose, or draw, bad game, great game. I spoke to the media. And you started slowly seeing media started changing the narrative, especially towards the end when I was leaving New York, because they knew a lot of the shit that they was writing at first was bullshit.
Real.
You guys was with me. You guys with me every single day. I never was disrespectful to them. I always held them with high regards. I always cracked and laughed jokes with them about their journalism and shit that I think could be better with with them. But I built that rapport with them, and that was something that I observed from all the other athletes that came to New York who didn't do it the right way.
All right, now 2 last questions. Who was that player in the NBA that always gave you hell? When you knew you stepped on the court, I got, yeah.
Yeah, we asked the good shit.
Today. Yeah, who was that dude? Who was he?
Or who was that one? Okay, and the second question.
It might be a team though, man. It might be a.
There ain't no player that always gave you. I know it's a player that gave you the business.
Or is it what player or players when I'm playing such and such tonight is the fuck on? It's on.
I'm gonna answer both of y'all questions. I'm gonna answer your question first. So the on questions was everybody who was in my position. So T-Mac, Paul Pierce, LeBron, Kobe. Even Kobe was, he was played it too, but I knew he gonna try to guard me then. He gonna try to do some slick shit tonight. Like he cerebral with that shit. Ron Artest, I knew I had to get my rest the night before. He's strong, 6'9", you know what I'm saying?
And you fuck around, got to rumble tomorrow.
And we might have to fight. Like, if you found me the wrong way, we might have to tussle. Now, I don't know how this gonna go, but we might have to tussle. But now, our test, like D-Wade, you know what I'm saying? I just knew those guys, like I had to really, I ain't going out tonight.
Right.
I ain't having no drink tonight.
Right.
I'm chilling. I ain't smoking shit tonight. I'm chilling. So those was like the guys. And to answer your question, it was like coming into the league at 18, 19, like guys like Bruce Bowen.
Okay.
I didn't know how to maneuver with him. He was older, he was a vet, he played with San Antonio.
They could just get paid to play defense.
and knock down a corner shot. And they sending the whole defense at you, the refs, they letting him beat you up. You know what I'm saying? So I never knew how to deal with that, which is why I went to MJ. And MJ used to tell me, man, he used to tell me this, stop fucking playing with him. Get his little ass on the block. And after that, it was like bully ball after that. Like, I don't give a fuck who it was you was going on.
Listen, I see maturations in your game.
Yeah.
Early on, you was a fucking bully.
Well, because that's the only way I knew how to go get it.
Bam!
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep it all the way real. You and Kevin Durant is two people that I seen in college that it was like, it almost seemed like y'all was developed in almost every aspect of the game.
And KD from up the road, he from PG, he up the road. And you had to be something. Like, you had to be that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up playing outside.
Right.
I spoke on the guy D Brown earlier. Nigga, they used to come get us at 9, 10, 11 years old.
Right.
Nigga, you playing against, come on, we got $100 on this game.
Right.
You bet not fucking little, you can't come back to the block.
Right.
So I had to be a bully at 11, 12, 13 years old. So by the time my game started to connect to my physicality, I was in the league.
Yeah.
So when it met, it was bully season.
Yeah.
You ain't, I'm hitting you with my shoulder, I'm hacking you, I'm fouling you. You ain't giving me 50, I'm gonna foul the shit out you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that was the mentality that I had. And then, like you said, you had to evolve the game. You had to adapt to certain situations. But I just wanted to go get it, man. Yeah. That's it. I really just wanted to go get it. AI was my guy, was the guy I was looking up to. And I loved the way that he was doing it. I ain't always agree with everything he did, but he did it his way. And I wanted that. That was my path right there. I'm gonna do it my way.
Believe that.
All right, last question. What during your time in the NBA, what's the music, the songs you was listening to that turned you up before you stepped on that court?
It's crazy. I listen to like Frank Sinatra and all that before the games.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Did it my way.
Coach did it my way.
Start spreading the news.
Coach John, I was listening to John. I used to work out to Miles Davis and John
favorite things.
And John Coltrane. I worked out to that.
John Coltrane, my favorite.
One of my
things.
favorite songs I played to this day. Sam Cooke.
Long time.
Change gonna come.
Change gonna come.
I listen to that all day.
You working hard off a change going
because I need to. I know what that song really means. Yeah, so absolutely. I need to program my mental with that. But the artist that when I came out, it was Jeezy. That was the guy. You know, I was a major state property fan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm beanie to the
state property.
I'm a beanie guy to the death. Like, you know what I'm saying? So shit hurt me when him and Kiss was. You know what I'm saying? Like I was fucked up. Yeah. But that's who I wanted to listen to. You know what I'm saying? It was a reason. Ain't nothing like it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't do much. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's my shit. So I needed that. I needed Jeezy. Ross was coming out. Game was out at that time. 50 was out. Mm-hmm. Nas, I always, Nas. I could listen to Nas all day long. You know what I'm saying? And even now, I give everybody a chance though, champ. I let you shoot yourself in the foot. Yeah. I ain't gonna diss you though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna diss you. I'm gonna listen to your music. If I don't like it, I don't like it.
Diss you in the car, that nigga whack as shit.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So I give everybody, I ain't the nigga be like, nah, we did it this way during this time, so I ain't gonna listen to you. No, I gotta support them.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta embrace these little niggas out here. So they different. They different today.
Yeah, they is.
And that's what it's about, man.
Absolutely.
Listen, man.
Well, man, listen.
Where tomorrow's aren't promised, baby.
Absolutely.
That's in life.
Absolutely.
You know
New York Times bestseller. Go get this right now. We're going to take this all the way to the top.
Indeed.
You hear me? Where tomorrow's aren't promised, man. I understand that truly. Man, listen, man, you the shit, bro.
Love, man.
Give your flowers right now, man.
I appreciate that. Man.
Flowers, bro.
You know, you've been a shit since I first laid my eyes on you back in college at Syracuse. You know what I'm saying? And you the shit till this day. I wish you nothing but success, health. Hopefully you win a championship this year, unless you're facing the Sixers. If you're facing the Sixers, I will not be rooting for you. I will be rooting for Big Motherfucker. You know Big Motherfucker from Africa, Motherfucker? Yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna be rooting for you,
y'all got your own issues over there, man. Y'all got to work that shit out over there.
Yeah, but I heard Ben trying to come out there with y'all. What y'all trying to put together? The Dream Team Part 3? Like, what the fuck is y'all doing over there? Like, but shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the Lakers for, bringing you over there, man. Y'all got a hell of a shot to win it. Y'all probably will be favorite or the second favorite to win it, one of those two.
My team, the Lakers.
So just, go out there, man, ball, do you, man. I wish y'all nothing but the best, man. And we appreciate you coming through, man, because you truly are a living fucking legend.
Yes,
man.
he is.
I had to come touch down on this.
You know what I mean?
I needed this conversation for sure.
I'm a basketball guy, man. So
But every once in a while, we got to tap into, even for me, like I got to tap into that. Yeah. I need that conversation. I need that authenticity. I need that realness.
That's the beautiful thing about me and Osworth Game. When we get you here, we want to talk about life as well as basketball. And even when we do talk about basketball, we talk about life in basketball.
Facts.
So you a legend, man, and you did a lot of great things out here. You're still doing great shit, man, and we just want to give you flowers and tell you, man, you truly are an inspiration to young black men all over the country that coming from the ghetto, man, coming from the bottom, you could really make it out, man. And you could really you just got to stay 10 toes down.
Facts.
You got to surround yourself around the right people. And you most importantly got to put that fucking work in.
Put that work in.
Put the work in and watch how God work. You already know. We had Lil Curly on this motherfucker today.
Going down, man.
Rest in peace to Big Curly. And it's just like that. Right.